All right, to glue the bottom on, you're going to need a hammer. You're going to need a nail set, which sets the nail in. You're going to need some adhesive. And this is actually Elmer's carpenter's glue. You're going to need some brads. These are about 1.5 inches long. And brads have actually no heads on them, so they actually go into the wood. So that's what makes it a brad. And your pieces of wood that we're going to attach. And when you put them together, it's quite simple, but you're going to need your vise to hold it for you because it's very difficult to nail it by holding it together. So there's a little trick that I want to show you, and that is this. You want to start your nails first before you put them into the vise. So make sure you wear your safety glasses too, because nails do fly. So you want to stand these up like this. Okay, and I'll do them on both ends, and you'll see why in a minute. Then you're going to put this into the vise, like so. Spread your glue. You don't need a lot of glue, since this goes on the inside. It'll look something like this. See? That's why you need that vise to hold it in. Again, you should wear a pair of safety glasses when you're doing this, because sometimes when you hit the nail and you miss, it flies right out. And don't bang all the way in, because you're going to put a dent into your wood. Okay, so we have one side in, looks like this. And then we're going to put the other side on. Now you put it a little closer to the edge, but you don't put it all the way on the end. Just enough so that you'll have a little gap. You see how it kind of figure out it goes in the middle. Right there. Try to line it up halfway. Try to show you on the camera. Now, the glue is what holds the project together, and the nails just hold the wood while the glue sets. Now you could use the vise to help you hold it. Let me just show you. A little more support. Now, what is the nail set used for? It's used to put the nails in all the way so that it puts a little dimple in there. Because we're going to put a little wood filler here later to hide the nails. Okay, you want to do it to all the nails that you see. I'll show you. Looks like before and after. Here is before. I get a view there, and then it sinks it in a little bit, just a little bit, about a 1/16 of an inch, and then we're going to put a little wood filler to hide it, because we really want to hide the nails. We don't want to show the nails. Now, the next thing we're going to do is make sure it's squared. So you can take your square, put it inside to check it, like I did here, to make sure all the corners are square. That's one way of doing it. Okay. And then the other way is by measuring it corner to corner. So if you had to, you could measure corner to corner, and this way you know it's squared when it's the same dimension. So it's 16 3/4 here, and let's just see here, and it's the same here, 16 3/4. So now we know that this thing is squared. Okay, so it is squared inside. Just to check it again. All right, just to show you. All right. Now we're going to put the bottom on there, and that's why we made the bottom a little bit oversized. But when you look at the bottom, you have to look at the wood, see which way the grain goes, because you want the wood to curl, all right? And we want it to curl up, and or we want to go down on this one here, because if we don't, what happens eventually, the wood's going to start to curl up and then cause your box to have a little gap. So what we want to do is find the right way the wood goes, and it goes this way. All right, we want to find side that we want for a nice top. And this will be the bottom. As you can see, I actually made it a little bit bigger. See? That's why you want a little overhang so that we can trim it off later. So what you're going to do now is we're going to put glue on here. Remember, glue is what holds it together while the nails holds it and it makes it set. Of course, the glue does add some strength to it, but the glue is what makes it permanent. Now you want to hit one corner first to make sure it's steady. I'll find the corner here. Let's make sure there's no gap on every side. Good. A little overhang. Alright, we want to do one corner, and then we're going to do the other corner. Okay. And we're going to add some more nails on both sides. Okay, you could actually put more nails on here if you wanted to, but I like to just put a clamp on here because actually the clamp will actually make it a little tighter. And you can see that the inside looks really nice, but make sure you wipe off the extra glue. You can use a paper towel to wipe it down, just to remove the glue. And sometimes you can't get in there, so you're going to need a little scraper. something that would actually just scrape it out. Okay, and then you can just wipe it off. Now you want to make sure you get the inside of the glue because it's going to be harder to sand later if you don't. So remove the glue on the inside and don't worry about the outside as much. Okay, so we're going to just clamp it together. People always ask how many clamps do you need? Well, you need as many as it takes to get this thing tight and free of all gaps. Because you don't want to have to use wood filler as much. And there's your box so far. And how long does it take to set? Well, with this kind of glue, the Elmer's glue, it takes about 30 minutes. So we'll be back in about 30 minutes. Okay.